What is up everyone, it's Alex here. This is your stimulus check update, your second stimulus check update and your stimulus package update for today. Before we get into the video, I just want to tell you that you are amazing, and if you enjoyed this video in any way, shape or form, please consider giving it a like and sharing it on social media. Alright, related to the first stimulus check, please keep in mind that the IRS is still sending out stimulus checks, and if you did not yet receive yours, the best idea would be to call IRS at the number that's going to be pinned in the first comment. Also, if you are expecting a paper check, or if the Get My Payment portal says that you will be mailed a paper check, please be aware that instead of a paper check, you might receive a stimulus debit card that's preloaded with your stimulus check and the stimulus money. The envelope that the stimulus card comes in looks like junk mail or scam mail because it's pretty much white, and you might be inclined to throw it away, but please do not do so. And if you have no idea how it should look, you can also check the video that's going to be pinned in the first comment. That will cover all the information you need to know. There's also a possible reason why you didn't receive a stimulus check, and that's because someone probably claimed you as a dependent. If someone claimed you as a dependent, they received $500 for doing so, but in turn you would not get the first stimulus check, the $1,200 stimulus check. So before you blame the government or the IRS for not receiving a stimulus check, please think who might have claimed you as a dependent, because there's a probability that someone did, and if that happened, they received the $500 instead of you receiving $1,200. Another thing that I want to pass to every single one of you is that today, June 30th, is the last day that you can apply for the PPP program. If you thought about applying, or if you have a small business and you need a loan that's going to be forgivable if you strictly meet the forgiveness criteria, then make sure to apply, because today is the last day that you can apply for the PPP loan that's going to be forgivable. And if you follow the criteria and the loan is going to be forgivable, that's basically free money because you do not have to pay them back. Moving on to the next stimulus package, the jobs report is going to be released this Thursday, July 2nd, and the Senate is going to go on recess on July 3rd, on Friday, until July 20th, when they will be returning on Capitol Hill. There is one piece of information that I want to share with you, because there's a little bit of misconception about this. If the Senate is on recess, it doesn't actually mean that they are on a vacation. They use the recess to do a bunch of things, like studying legislation or demanding legislation, having meetings, or going back to their own districts. So just because the Senate is on recess, it doesn't mean automatically that they are on a vacation. Therefore, the senators, Republicans or not, can get their act together and study the legislation during the recess period, and after they return on Capitol Hill, they can move fast to pass an additional stimulus package and additional stimulus legislation that could include a second stimulus check. In any case, the most likely timeline for the next stimulus package to be introduced in Congress, or for the HEROES Act to be amended, is somewhere between July 20th to August 7th, when another recess is scheduled, and this one is a 4-week-long recess. Therefore, I still stand by my amended timeline for when the next stimulus package is probably going to pass, and when you can expect a second stimulus check if there is going to be one. And if you have no idea about what I'm talking about, I will make sure to link the video in the description of this video. The House urges the Senate to work on the next stimulus package as soon as possible because the country is still suffering. But in my opinion, they flunked this a little bit in the very beginning. When they passed the HEROES Act, they knew for sure that if they passed the HEROES Act the way that it was written, it's going to be decimated by the Senate and is not going to go through the Senate. So since they knew that the HEROES Act is not going to get through the Senate the way that it was written, and with all the things that they included in the HEROES Act, the fact that they are calling for the Senate to work ASAP on the next stimulus package is in a way a tactical measure or a strategic measure for them to negotiate, and their call for action, it needs to be taken with a grain of salt, at least in my opinion. I mean, if the House wanted something bipartisan that's going to be supported by the Senate, they should have probably included some things that the senators wanted or the Republican senators wanted in that HEROES Act. Don't you think? Also, as the cases increase over the country, more and more stimulus and more support is going to be needed. And I agree that rapid measures need to be taken by Congress to mitigate as much as possible the consequences created by the virus that shall not be named, especially considering the inevitable termination of the federal unemployment benefits on July 25th to 26th. There's a little bit of a debate what's going to happen if the unemployment benefits end and there's nothing or no new legislation being introduced, but maybe we can see some sort of federal unemployment benefits that are going to be retroactive to the moment that the previous federal unemployment benefits ended in the next stimulus package. So that's also a possibility that will mitigate some of the consequences of the federal unemployment benefits ending on July 25th to 26th. But we will see how things progress. Alright everyone, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and you found it useful. If you did so, please consider giving it a like and sharing it on social media. Please consider subscribing if you want to learn more about personal finance and investing and stay up to date with the stimulus news. And until next time, take care and have a wonderful day. And don't forget that you are amazing.